guys, welcome to Becky Tarot. My name's Becky. I'm a spiritual advisor, clairvoyant and energy reader. Sagittarius, you are the final. You are the final. It's the final countdown. I don't know why that's in my head. Fuck knows. Okay, I got really thirsty all of a sudden, so make sure you're drinking enough water, please. Also, don't drink it from the tap, please, guys. Don't drink it from the tap. Right. Who are we doing? Sagittarius. Okay. They want me to pull an MC, which is not the way we normally go, but they the boss. So, Sagittarius, please, Spirit. You've been going through some karma, karmic patterns, karmic cycles, karmic partner, karma. Past life, it seems. So there might be something you're trying to master, whether it's a karmic cycle, dealing with a karmic partner, anything, career, there's something, it's going to be different for all of you, that you're trying to master, resolve, get it how you want it, figure it out. You need to look a little bit closer at the details. There's something you're missing at the details. You may have met someone that really took you on a journey and you thought they were your wish fulfillment and they turned out not to be, which is peak times. I know how that feels. Yeah, they were a karmic partner. You're dealing with karma. But you've, weirdly enough, you've climbed the mountain. You've done it now. Or you soon, over the next 3 weeks or 3 days. I want to say 3 months as well for some of you, but it doesn't feel that far. You are completing. That's it. No more. No more being at war. You may have been waiting around for someone. Yeah, but while, so in your, you know, whilst hanging around and waiting, you've been healing. And this person's been feeling the pressure building to do something, but weirdly, not weirdly enough, but you've been healing. And they've been sitting there thinking about some shit. This involves some kind of commitment. I feel like they've been thinking about messaging you for a while. Some of you may have kids with them. Some of you, it might just be childhood traumas and issues that cause, ooh, this person sabotaged the connection and burnt everything down, and then stood there wondering why that you're not there, or it's great, this person's got lots of growing to do. Anyway, you've really been looking to spirit life, just to help you to complete it, to get out of the feeling, get out of your head. I think you've been up in your head for a while, up in your head like, do I just walk away? And I feel the distance between you, but I think energetically you've been holding on for quite some time, that maybe you should fully just release this person, even though you know they're not your wish fulfillment. The divine's been trying to help you reach that point of clarity to see and look at, do massive reflection work, look at your own ego and how it's kind of setting your course to move forward and create that new foundation. That's because after you've cleared this, you're going to be out with, you're going to clear this deep-rooted karma, and then you're going to feel like you're lost. I had lost at sea, like you need to get to land, find where you want to build and build that foundation. Again, you're starting from scratch, but it's okay. This is what the divine wants. They want you to understand that this is karma, you cleared it, and then you get to reboot and you've gone through an initiation, and now you're being called to in a new community. Listen, they're guiding you. Now, what do you want to show me? So I'm seeing you were like in this little boat and you were tied to a rock for so long, waiting and waiting and waiting. And it took you couldn't just lift this rope off. The only way to like free yourself was to break the rope, but you had to burn it on or kind of cut it, but you didn't really have much tools. Anyway, you finally did the last bit of thread recently-ish. I'd say anything over the last 3 to 6 months. You finally did it. And you were in shock when that kind of clicked, not clicked, but you went through that last bit of thread in the rope and it freed, it dropped into the water, and you were like, oh my God, because you've been sat holding on, like waiting and attached to that rock for so long. I don't think you knew or are going to know what to do with yourself at first, but then pretty quickly you're going to start paddling with your little paddle. And it feels nothing but right, and you're going to be so glad you did. Because for those of you that really are dealing with someone else and you were waiting for them, or in whatever way that energy kind of played out, this person's going down a rock, like it's going down a hill, and you are not supposed going down a hill, like going down a hole, and you are not supposed to go down that hole. You are higher than that. You've done more healing than that. This person's got some serious lessons they need to learn over the next 2 years. For some of you, they may end up back in prison. Okay, so maybe they've been before, in prison for like 6 months. That might not mean physical, that might mean of the mind, but yeah, they've got some lessons to learn over the next 2 years. There's something about the number 13 that randomly came through then, but I couldn't grab it. It was quite quick. It came in and out. Just keep doing you. Just keep doing you. And don't worry about anything else. You are, I mean, you're going to come out of this a very different person. Like, wiser, lighter, more healed. Look, there's that fresh start. So you paddle that boat to land, and then you start building. And you're leaving everything behind. Literally, Sagittarius. Obviously, this can't, like, this could just mean energetically. This can show, like, form in lots of different ways. Yeah, look, nostalgia flew out but went back in. That was the holding on that was happening. Holding on to an outcome, holding on to a person, holding on to an idea, holding on to a mindset. Mask. For those of you that were dealing with some, like an actual karmic partner, they wear masks, and they... Thing is, you've learned to see straight through them now, but this person wears masks and holds back and likes to go mute to kind of keep you in your head a bit. Clarify on the mask. Cycles. They like to, they hide things. They hide things, they tell secrets, they keep secrets. They hide things from you, and you became aware of that. You woke up to the realization of that and then began to move away and refocus on you. Now this person's kind of in the dark, wanting to communicate about coming together. Wanting to communicate. This person's got a lot of passion for you, but behind closed doors. But they're struggling with their finances at the moment. It's all kind of hitting them at once right now, because they're feeling like tremendous grief. But their finances are being affected, and it's to do with the karma. Yeah, so they kind of want to reinvent themselves. They're in a bit of a... They're in between a... This is not a saying I say, but Spirit's saying it. In between a rock and a hard place. Like, they've worn this mask for ages, and they kept things. There's things you don't even know. Look, this person would never come forward and be open about. Yeah, they know they've been a pretty shitty person in lots of ways. But they don't really take ownership of that. They kind of play games. Like to make people feel abandoned, because they feel abandoned. They're trying to look out for signs into how they should maybe take some action, but really this person feels like they're too much of a pussy to take action. I'm not gonna lie, like, I don't see this person getting strong. I see them just sitting back and watching you grow. They're gonna get in a 6-month marker. I get them being real confused. It's like they're going to observe something, whether they watch your social or what. They're going to observe you in a certain way, and they're going to be confused and lost, but it's going to bring out high anxiety through them. And I think it's because they're going to have the realization that either that you've released them, or that they have no choice but to release this mask and let it all fall. The barrier that they've created is the barrier of the mask and the deception. But if they want to push forward, they're going to realize that they have to drop it. They have to drop that mask, and they're going to have no choice. So they're going to refocus on maybe returning. You're going to have turned your back in whatever form that plays out. There's going to, you probably have been mirroring each other, or you might still be now. Over the next 2 to 3 weeks or days, that's going to clear up for you. You're going to stop mirroring them, and that's when your big dreams and the dreams of your kind of newness, new energy, new things you want to head towards and create are going to come forward and come through. You may have been settling in the past and that's why it was blocked. Settling into your pride and ego, wanting this person to return, or reaching the conclusion that, you know, I think you finally reached the conclusion that this, whatever you were committed to, if it's a person thing, was destroyed and there's no going back, and it was all to do with healing an inner child wound. So this whole dynamic probably cut you fucking deep, but as you heal and come out and go to your fresh start, create your fresh start, big things are gonna come through from you because you've just healed a really deep wound. Yeah, you've purged. You're planting serious seeds now. I think you learned not to compromise who you are. Summer, you're going to be scared. What? Regret what? Union. Compromise. I think this person's going to come through and drop the mask in the summer completely and be open and honest, but you're just going to be too petrified to even go near him. Look, that fear card came out. They're scared at the moment. Regret. And then third party was poking there. This person may have got a third party involved and they deeply regretted it. I think this person walked away. This person either walked away with a third party or pretended or used third parties or just distanced themselves, or like with this deception card, I think this person's mad deceptive anyway, but they played games. They might have lied and made you think that they've walked off with someone and that they're happy, but they weren't. And they're going to come through, but I think... How far am I think this offers just, once again, part of their pride and ego. This person's quite cold and numb. They're going to be heartbroken over you, massively. And they're going to be holding on to the connection, but you choose self-worth in the end. And create this fresh start. And this person doesn't know how to surrender the art of deception. They want forgiveness, but they don't come forward and be honest. If this person has any kind of third party that kind of was a block, or they used something, whether it was a person or a dynamic or a job or whatever, to kind of get at you, my God, they're going to regret it. But it's not your problem. It's not your problem, Sagittarius. You got good things coming for you. I think you've just mastered karma. You've killed something real deep. Like, this is when you heal something this deep, it's like so traumatic for so long, and then you just kind of pop and you kind of just realize, I feel different and I'm out of it. Like, that's literally what it's like. I think you thought you've received, this person was a soulmate, I feel. This person was a soulmate, and you felt you'd received your one, but this person was a soulmate that was here to teach you, to help you heal. And they really brought out your worst fears, and now you're ascending and moving forward, and now it's this person's biggest fears that are going to be, they've got to kind of live. You lived your worst fear and your deepest childhood wounding with this person, and that's what you've been healing. And then by you healing and moving forward, this person's going to live their biggest fear, childhood wounding, and be forced to heal. So you'll both be healed in the end. You'll both be healed in the end. Okay, let's close up, Sagittarius. Things are looking good over the next 3 years, like pretty solid, making shit happen, just real stability. I'm hearing in oneself as well. Just knowing who you are, knowing where you're going, and knowing what you're doing. That's how it feels. Which is, like, that's a big deal. A lot of people just running around, not reflecting, no idea what's going on, not looking at a bigger picture, just literally living in the moment day by day. And that is not how we do things. That's not, yes, we surrender and allow the flow, but we don't just kind of live in the moment. Like, no, you are supposed to live in the moment a bit, but not just like, so you don't look at the bigger picture ever. Like, don't, you know, you get those people that just, they would cheat on everyone because they're just in the moment. They don't think about consequences. They're just, you know, someone waves at them and they're like, oh, I'll cheat. Yeah, they're giving me attention. I'll sleep with them, I'll chat to them, even though they've got a wife or a husband that's amazing, like those kind of people. But it just feels real solid. You're about to create some, over the next 3 years, it's going to be about new solidity in who you are. And you're going to see a new you, and you're going to like the person that you are seeing in the mirror. And I think properly seeing 1515 was on the time then, properly be able to look yourself in the mirror and be like, I love the person I'm seeing. And that is how you know you have definitely done a lot of healing. Because you're not just forcing it, you actually look at it. And I don't mean physically, I mean like just in how you're, the format in your life. And I mean, I think physically as well, but it's just pure healing of a deep, dark shadow and wound. So it's new vision, new set of eyes. A new set of eyes creates a new life, a new way of life. 1551. So that's clearly important. The 1 and the 5's there. 1515 and then 1551. That's important. But yes, that's what I've got for you today, Sagittarius. If you're interested in a private reading, info's in the box down below. If this resonates for you, please like and give me a comment, or let me know if later down the line this resonates. Give me a comment. Let me know, guys. Yeah, and in the meantime, Sagittarius, I send you so much love and light. Bye.